Welcome to Project Possible. Today's topic is top 10 reasons why a mortgage application gets declined. Now, this is in reference to residential mortgage, not a buy-to-let mortgage, not an investment property, a residential mortgage. Now, I have a lot of my people asking, what are the reasons why this mortgage application gets declined? And that's where I started working on this, and I have put together this top 10 reasons. The first reason. Now, if you have ever taken a payday loan, which is like a quick money with very high interest rates, and you can see those payday loans ads online, you can see on the high street. If you have ever taken that kind of loan, then there is a possibility a lot of lenders will reject your application, your mortgage application. Now, they just think that you are too high risk when it comes to mortgages. There are situations wherein you have been desperate and you needed quick money, and that's the reason you did that. So if you have had a payday loan history on your bank accounts, then you have to be very particular with the lenders, and the mortgage advisor or the broker who's doing your application has to present it in such a way that why it was taken and all those narration, and that might help the lender to understand it is one-off thing or it is not a regular habit, those kind of things. So you need to be really very clear and make sure that upfront you tell your mortgage advisor and or your mortgage broker that you have taken payday loans. That is one of the reasons why a mortgage application gets rejected. Now, before I continue going into that rest 9 reasons, let me give you a bit of a lender's overview or the risk framework. Now, every lender operates differently. They have a different customer base. They operate differently, and they have a risk framework where they decide to what level they can take risk when it comes to lending for a mortgage, lending for a house. So depending on that, like the mortgage advisor or the mortgage brokers, they have a very good understanding which lender is looking for what. Yeah. So that's kind of a bit of a framework. So as long as you are fulfilling those requirements, like ticking the box of those lenders' requirements, that's where you can, the probability of your application goes up. Yeah. So understanding the lender, understanding the bank, or understanding the non-banking financial institution who's giving you that mortgage is really important to understand. Now, going back to the top 10. So first we have covered, now we are going to do the second reason, which is high debt to income ratio. Now, what is high debt to income ratio? So if you have a personal loan, credit card loans, car loans, consumer loans, you have done some shopping recently or bought a smartphone and you are paying it by like on credit. So all those kind of loans, how much of your income is utilized to service those loans? Yeah, and that's where a lot of people who are high earning income bracket people, but still their mortgage application gets rejected for their residential property. The reason is because of this ratio is imbalanced. You have a good income, but all those income goes to service the loans what you already have, or the credits or the debts you already have. That's the high debt to income ratio. A lot of lenders are very particular about it, and that's one of the reasons a lot of application gets declined. Now, the third reason is a poor credit history. Now, a lot of people kind of fall into this bracket. A huge number of people who are doing mortgage application fall in this bracket. Imagine you had left a 10p on one of your bills, or a 50p on one of your bills, which was 2 years back or 3 years back. You can't remember also. You can't track any of the accounts, but that missed payment or that balance amount will reflect when it comes to your mortgage application. So make sure if you have any bills which you have not paid or anything which is reflecting on your credit history, you have to settle those payments and get it cleaned. Or if it is a company or a provider, service provider, get an acknowledgement from them, a letter to state that you have paid all that missed payments. So if you have missed payments, then a lot of lenders who actually look for these kind of things, then your application gets rejected. So low risk lenders will reject your applications on the basis that you had missed payments. The way they look into it is, if you're paying a mortgage of £1,000, £2,000, and if you miss that payment, it's not a good thing for them. So if you can't keep that 10p, 50p payment, how you're going to keep a £1,000, £2,000 payment on your mortgages? So that's what the lender's point of view. Now, the fourth common reason why lenders or mortgage providers reject your application is mistakes on credit file. This can be easily happened. You have moved houses over the years. Someone has used your information and done something, or kind of on your like there are similar names. Like it's very commonly can happen that your name is quite common to other people, and those information are mismatched. So these things can happen. So it's very important that you check your credit file. Most of the lenders have this, like in their background, these are the credit files they work. Experian, Equifax, they are the very popular and common ones. And there is a website known as checkmyfile.com. I will highly recommend. I do have, I check my credit score through that platform, checkmyfile.com. What they do is they compile your credit file from all the credit providers and put it together in one place. So if you have something wrong on your credit file with Experian, then the point is you checking Equifax is not going to solve that problem. So you need to understand that. Also, lenders use different platforms. Some lenders use both the platforms, some will use only one platform. So that is also important, that any mistakes needs to be corrected on that platform before you submit the mortgage application. The fifth point, electoral registration. It's kind of a lot of people who have been in the UK and they are not actively involved in voting and politics, going to the voting poll and making their say, then this is something for you to be worried about. If you are buying your house and you are not registered with the electoral roll, then that can lead to a rejection of your application. The reason is, in this country, in UK, electoral roll is a very kind of important platform which recognizes who you are, where do you live, and the credit agencies use it heavily to search when the credit search is done. So lenders rely on that information. So if you are not, the solution is simple. You go online, whichever borough you are, wherever you are, register you as a voter. They will send you confirmation, and you're done. It will automatically feed into the credit reports and data. The sixth one, affordability. In fact, I will say this is one of the most important one, affordability. So whatever house you are planning to buy and want to make it your home, you need to make sure that it is affordable. So some lenders, what they do is whatever is your gross income, depending on your gross income, or if you are doing it with someone in your family or friend, then their income as well, they add up together, and then they have some multiple factors, 4 times of your income, 5 times of your income, 6 times of your income, depending on the lender and their risk profile. So it's very important that if you are not meeting the affordability criteria, your application is going to get rejected. Yeah. So before you start looking for a house, it's important that you meet a mortgage advisor or a mortgage broker, do check your affordability, do a principal in agreement. And once you have that agreement in place, then you know that you are affordable. You got that affordability in place to go and look for this kind of property. Yeah. So very important that you aim for that. Now, the seventh reason why mortgage applications get declined is when you are a self-employed or you are a contractor. So when you are a self-employed, some lenders will ask for 2 years account, 3 years account. And what they do is they average your income out. So if you have 2 years income, let's say one year you had 20K income, second year you had 50K income. So that means what they'll do is they'll add up 50 plus 20, that's 70K. That means your average income is 35,000. Okay. So similarly, with the contractors, they want to see how long you've been doing the contract job, 1 year, 2 year. Are you staying in the same contract? How long your contract is left? Can we get a letter of recommendation from your current provider who's giving you the contract. So those kind of additional requirements are there. And if you are not fulfilling those requirements, then your application gets rejected. Okay, so make sure you have all those documents in place. If you're self-employed, you're filing your returns properly, your income is well demonstrated. Those things are very important. The next one is the property-related issue, which is the eighth reason. Now, when I say property-related issue is, so whenever you do a mortgage application, this is something happens once the application is submitted. The lender or the bank or the non-banking financial institution who's going to give you the mortgage, they will do their own survey. So they will send a surveyor to the property, and then they will do a complete detailed survey, and the surveyor will send a report to the lender. Now it can say that the property is at a high risk area, like flood possibility, fire possibility. The property is a non-standard construction. So there are kind of not a standard brick and mortar house. It might be something else. So that can be one of the reasons. The property can be downvalued. So you might be planning to pay $1 million for that property, $500,000 for that property. But as per the surveyor or the valuer, the value might have been gone down. So that does give you an opportunity to renegotiate with the seller. But at the same time, if that negotiation don't go well, then you have to cover the gap. The lender will not be happy to lend you on that basis. So that's another reason of the rejection when it comes to mortgage application. Now, the ninth reason, now whatever we have mentioned so far, it's something which is applicable to everyone. But this one is applicable to a certain set of people. Now, if you are on British citizen and you are on an ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain, then it's not a problem. But if you are on a certain type of visa, then the lenders are very particular about this. How long you've been on that visa, how long the visa is left, a recommendation from the employer. You are on a permanent role, so your offer letter. So all those documents comes into the place. That is one of the another reason why the mortgage application gets rejected, because the right documents are not put together, or you have not gone to a right lender who is happy to cover this kind of risk. Now, the 10th one, which is might be a kind of an easy one, but I'll tell you, if you are planning for a mortgage application or buying your own house, find a good mortgage advisor. If it is a high street, look for a good mortgage advisor. Share your information honestly, fully, completely, and they can kind of let you know in advance that high street bank is able to lend you or not. Or else make sure you have a very good broker, explain everything to your broker, your current scenario, your credit score, anything missed, whatever it is, whatever points we have just discussed, explain that to the mortgage broker so that they can find the right lender who is ready to kind of expect that kind of application or risk. So it's the broker or the financial advisor who puts your case, or you presents your mortgage application in such a way that the lender understands why that happened, how that happened, and what is being done to resolve that. So all those factors do come into the picture. So these are the 10 reasons why a residential mortgage application gets rejected, and what can be done to solve that. So I hope you are better aware now listening to what I have shared. And you might know people who are kind of struggling with this challenge. So do share this video with your friends, family who can benefit from this. And if you have benefited, please do like. And if you have any good ideas, it will help the viewers, place it in the comment. And if you have any questions, do ask in the comment section. We do work with experts who will be more than happy to answer those questions. And as I mentioned about experts, we have a monthly live event at Project Possible. Every month, we invite an expert online on a live event. And what's special about it, they do share their knowledge, top tips and golden nuggets when it comes to property and property development. But more importantly, you also have an opportunity to ask questions. On a live platform, you can ask questions. So the link is in the description. Please do register and then attend the monthly live event. So on that note, If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Stay safe, stay blessed, and see you on the next video.